Have you ever met a woman who acts like she's not interested, but deep down, something tells you she is? You catch her glancing your way, but she quickly looks away the moment your eyes meet. She smiles a little too long, laughs a little too hard, and somehow she's always around, though she swears it's just a coincidence. It's confusing, right? Because you can feel something there, yet she's doing everything to pretend there isn't. Today, let's talk about the 7 subtle signs that reveal a woman is secretly attracted to you but is trying hard to hide it. And believe me, these signs are not always loud or obvious. They hide behind her words, her tone, and the small actions she hopes you don't notice. But if you pay attention, her body language and energy will tell you everything her lips won't. The first thing you'll notice is the way she gets nervous around you. She might act calm and composed around everyone else, but when you walk into the room, suddenly her voice changes, her words get tangled, or she fidgets with her hair or clothes. It's not because she's uncomfortable. It's because she's trying too hard to act normal. Attraction makes people self-conscious, especially women who don't want their feelings to be discovered too soon. She's aware that you're observing her, and in that awareness, she loses her natural rhythm. You'll catch her adjusting her posture, fixing her hair, or glancing at you as if to check how she looks. That small anxiety, that little rush in her energy, is her heart trying to hide something her body refuses to conceal. Another subtle sign is how she remembers small things about you. You might have mentioned something once, your favorite food, the city you grew up in, or that you had a rough week, and weeks later she brings it up casually. She'll pretend it's nothing, but that level of attention isn't casual. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, her mind starts to record details about you, because she's emotionally invested, even if she won't admit it. She remembers the sound of your laughter, the words you use often, the songs you like, or the way you describe your dreams. She'll replay your conversations in her head, analyzing every word you said, wondering what you meant. And while she acts like she doesn't care, her subconscious is keeping track of everything that makes you you. Then there's her body language. Oh, it speaks volumes. Even when she tries to hide her feelings, her body betrays her. Pay attention to how she positions herself when you're around. Does she lean slightly toward you, even when she's talking to someone else? Does she mirror your gestures without realizing it? Maybe she crosses her legs in your direction or tilts her head when you speak. These are small, involuntary movements, but they're powerful indicators of attraction. Her pupils might dilate when she looks at you. Her lips might part slightly when she listens. And she'll often play with her hair or jewelry as a way to release nervous energy. These are instinctive reactions, not calculated moves. A woman who's hiding her attraction won't declare it in words, but her body will whisper it every time she's near you. Another sign that she's secretly attracted to you is how she teases you. Playful teasing is her way of creating emotional closeness without revealing too much. She might make fun of something you said, give you a nickname, or laugh at how you do things. On the surface, it's just humor, but underneath, it's her way of connecting. She's testing how you react to her, how much space she has in your comfort zone, and whether you'll tease her back. It's a dance of emotions disguised as jokes. The teasing gives her a safe cover to express warmth and affection while pretending it's all just fun. But if you pay attention, you'll sense the difference between friendly teasing and flirtatious teasing. The latter carries a certain softness in the eyes, a certain spark in the smile, and a rhythm in her tone that no friendship alone can carry. Sometimes she hides her attraction by pretending not to care. This is one of the most confusing signs because it feels like she's distant. But she's not. She's protecting herself. Maybe she's been hurt before. Maybe she doesn't want to seem easy, or maybe she's just scared of rejection. So she builds walls made of indifference. She'll avoid eye contact, give short replies, or act like she's busy when you text her. But if you step back, you'll see the contradiction. She distances herself but never disappears completely. She ignores your message, but later likes your photo. She says she's not interested, but she still finds a way to be around you. It's a silent push and pull, a game her heart plays with her mind. She's fighting her own feelings, trying to hide what she can't fully control. You'll also notice that she becomes curious about your love life, but in a subtle way. She won't ask directly if you're seeing someone, but she'll circle around the question. She might ask what kind of women you like, joke about your type, or act uninterested while still fishing for clues. When a woman is secretly attracted, she wants to know where she stands without exposing herself. If you mention another woman, watch her reaction carefully. Her eyes might drop, her tone might change, or she might quickly change the subject. It's not jealousy she's ready to admit. It's jealousy she's trying to suppress. And that's what makes it more revealing. The more she tries to hide her curiosity, the more it shows that she's emotionally invested. Another big sign is how she supports or compliments you, even in small ways. She'll notice when you've done something good, achieved something, or even changed something about your appearance. She'll say things like, "That color suits you," or "You're really good at that." These little affirmations are her way of giving affection while keeping her guard up. She wants to make you feel good, to uplift you, because her attraction is wrapped in genuine admiration. But instead of saying, "I like you," she'll express it through appreciation, encouragement, or subtle praise. And sometimes she'll disguise it under friendship because that feels safer than admitting what's really going on inside. But here's something deeper. A woman who's secretly attracted to you will have an emotional shift in your presence. Her energy changes. You can sense it. There's a warmth, a magnetic pull. And it's not something words can fully describe. You can feel it when she talks to you. How her tone softens, how her eyes linger, how she smiles even when there's no reason to. You feel that subtle electricity, that silent connection that doesn't need to be explained. And even if she tries to mask it, energy doesn't lie. You might feel it in her hesitation, in her laughter, in the silence that feels heavy but not uncomfortable. That's the unspoken language of attraction. The kind that exists before confessions, before words, before she even understands her own feelings. You see, when a woman is secretly attracted to you but tries to hide it, it's often because she's afraid of what it means. Maybe she's afraid of rejection, or maybe she's not ready to be vulnerable. Maybe she's trying to test whether you're worth revealing her heart to. So she hides behind mixed signals, behind laughter, behind friendship, hoping that you'll read between the lines. It's not that she doesn't want you to know. It's that she wants you to understand without her having to say it. Because once she says it, it becomes real. And that kind of realness is both thrilling and terrifying. You might catch her giving you lingering looks when she thinks you're not watching. You might notice she laughs more around you than anyone else, or that she finds reasons to be near you even when there's no reason at all. Maybe she offers to help you with something simple, or remembers to check on you after something you mentioned in passing. These are not coincidences. They're quiet admissions of affection wrapped in everyday gestures. She's trying to keep her feelings safe to avoid exposing her heart too soon. But every time she shows up, every time she listens, every time she remembers, she's giving herself away. Little by little, attraction doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it hides in silence, in hesitation, in the space between what's said and what's felt. And that's where the real truth lies, in the way she looks at you when you're not looking, in the way she gets flustered when your hands accidentally touch, in the way she seems to light up when you speak her name. When a woman is secretly attracted to you but tries to hide it, she's at war with herself. Her heart wants to move closer, but her mind keeps pulling back. She tells herself not to care, but her actions say otherwise. So if you recognize these signs, don't rush her. Don't confront her with blunt questions or demand clarity. Let her feel safe around you. Because attraction that's hidden isn't about games. It's about protection. She hides it because it matters. She hides it because deep down, she hopes that you'll notice without making her say it. That you'll respond not with pressure, but with presence. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to show her that she's safe to be herself around you. Because the moment she feels that safety, her walls start to fall. Her eyes will linger longer. Her laughter will sound freer, and slowly she'll stop hiding what she's been feeling all along. The truth is the signs are always there. You just have to see them not with your eyes, but with your intuition. She may act indifferent, but her energy will always tell the truth. She may hide her smile, but her heart will reveal itself in the smallest of ways. Love and attraction don't always walk straight. They often dance in circles, leaving traces for those who are patient enough to notice. So watch her energy, listen to her silences, and observe her presence. If she's secretly attracted to you, she'll tell you without ever saying a word. And sometimes the most powerful signs are the ones that appear when she thinks you're not paying attention. When she doesn't know you're watching, her guard drops, and that's when her real feelings show. You might notice her eyes following you quietly when you walk away, or she smiles faintly when your name comes up in conversation. There's a softness in her expression that she can't fake, a tenderness that reveals everything she's trying to suppress. When she thinks you can't see her, that's when her emotions are the loudest. She might even listen carefully when others talk about you, her face changing slightly when she hears something she doesn't like. These are the hidden cracks in her mask, the little openings through which her true attraction slips through. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she becomes more sensitive to your presence and absence. She might not say it out loud, But she feels it when you don't text her for a while, when you seem distracted, or when you give your attention to someone else. Her mood shifts in subtle ways. Maybe she becomes quieter, more reserved, or suddenly distant. It's not that she's angry, she's just trying to manage her emotions without revealing them. Because if she reacts too strongly, you'll know. And she's not ready for you to know yet. So she hides it behind politeness, behind smiles that don't quite reach her eyes, behind laughter that feels a little forced. It's her way of protecting her pride while silently hoping you'll notice the difference. She'll also find excuses to talk to you, even if they seem random. Maybe she messages you to ask about something she could have easily Googled. Or she comments on your stories, sends you memes, or brings up an old conversation just to keep the connection alive. These little efforts are her way of staying in your orbit without admitting she wants to be there, because every message she sends carries more meaning than the words show. It's not about what she's saying, it's about why she's saying it. She wants to stay relevant in your mind, to make sure you don't forget her, even if she pretends that she's just being friendly. Attraction makes people look for connection, and her subtle outreach is her heart's quiet way of reaching out. And if you ever notice her matching your energy, that's another silent confession. She'll mirror your tone, your words, even your texting style. If you're playful, she becomes playful. If you're serious, she becomes calm and grounded. It's not something she plans, it's emotional synchronization. It's her subconscious trying to connect and bond with you. Humans naturally mirror those they feel drawn to. It's nature's way of building harmony. So when she starts to sound like you, laugh like you, or even pick up your small habits, it's a powerful sign she's emotionally invested, even if she's trying to hide it under casual conversation. Sometimes her attraction comes out in the way she treats you differently than others. You'll notice she's more thoughtful with you, more attentive to your comfort, more aware of your reactions. She might notice when you're tired, when you're stressed, or when something's bothering you. She'll check in subtly, asking, "Are you okay?" Or "You seem quiet today." These little observations are not random. They come from a place of care. Because when a woman is secretly attracted, she feels emotionally tuned into your state. She can sense when your mood changes, when your energy drops, or when something's not right. That kind of awareness comes from connection. It's empathy born from affection. There's also that protective instinct she develops around you. She may act like it's nothing, but you'll see it in the way she defends you when someone criticizes you, or how she speaks positively about you when you're not around. She won't let others disrespect you, and she'll subtly uplift your name in conversations. This is one of the most hidden but genuine signs of attraction. Because she's not doing it for attention, she's doing it out of loyalty. Even if she doesn't admit her feelings to herself, her instinct is to protect what she values. And in this case, that's you. Another thing you'll notice is her sudden desire to look good around you. She might not make it obvious, but something changes in her style when she knows she'll see you. Maybe she starts wearing that perfume she knows you once complimented. Maybe her outfit choices become more intentional, or she starts doing her hair differently. It's not vanity, it's her heart's way of wanting to be seen by you. She's not dressing up for the world, she's dressing up for your eyes, while pretending she's not. Because attraction, when it's hidden, often hides behind the excuse of coincidence. But when you pay attention, you'll see the pattern. She makes an effort when you're around, because in her quiet way, she wants you to notice her. When you talk, you might catch her giving you her full attention. She listens not just to your words, but to your tone, your emotions, your pauses. She remembers what you said even when you've forgotten. And sometimes, when she looks at you, there's a depth in her gaze that feels like she's seeing more than just your face. It's like she's trying to understand you, to connect with your essence. That kind of attention is rare, and it's not something people can fake for long. A woman who's secretly attracted will focus on you in a way that makes you feel heard, seen, and understood, even if she never says how she feels. But here's something interesting. She'll also test you. She might pull back suddenly after being warm with you, just to see how you respond. She might act distant one day, then affectionate the next. It's not manipulation, it's uncertainty. She's trying to figure out if you care, if you'll chase, if your interest runs deeper than just a moment. Her mixed signals are her way of balancing fear and hope, fear of getting hurt, and hope that you'll prove she's safe with you. And even though it might confuse you, it's one of the clearest signs she feels something real. Because indifference doesn't test, it only walks away. She may also open up about personal things, but not everything. She'll share just enough for you to see her softer side, but hold back the deepest parts of her story. It's her way of letting you in while keeping her vulnerability protected. When a woman shares small fragments of her world with you, Her dreams, her childhood memories, her insecurities, it's a sign of trust. And trust is the seed of attraction. She's not ready to fully expose her heart, but she's letting you glimpse pieces of it. Every story she tells, every emotion she shares, is her quiet invitation for you to understand her better. Sometimes she'll even use subtle physical contact as a way to bridge the emotional distance. A light touch on your arm when she laughs, brushing past you by accident, or giving you a friendly pat on the back. These moments may seem innocent, but they're her way of testing boundaries, seeing how you react to closeness. If you pull away, she'll retreat, but if you respond naturally, she'll start to feel more comfortable expressing her warmth. Touch is a language on its own, and when attraction is hidden, it often speaks louder than words. Her eyes will also give her away. There's something about eye contact that reveals the truth no matter how hard someone tries to hide it. When she's secretly attracted, her gaze will linger just a little too long. She might look away quickly, embarrassed that she got caught staring. Or she might hold your gaze for a few seconds longer than normal, letting that silent tension hang in the air. You'll feel it. It's a magnetic pull that words can't explain. Eyes are windows to emotion, and when she's hiding her attraction, that emotion often escapes through them without permission. You might also see her becoming more supportive of your goals and ambitions. She'll encourage you when you doubt yourself, remind you of your strengths, and push you to keep going when things get hard. It's not just friendly motivation, it's emotional investment. She wants to see you win because your happiness feeds hers. That's how deep hidden attraction can run. It's not just physical or romantic, it's rooted in emotional connection. She starts to see your growth as something that matters to her, and that, more than anything, reveals the depth of her feelings. Sometimes she'll do the opposite. She'll act like she's completely uninterested, even dismissive. She might tease you for flirting or pretend that your compliments don't affect her. But look closely, her smile betrays her, her laughter gives her away. That's her defense mechanism kicking in. She's trying to hide her emotions behind sarcasm or humor because vulnerability feels too risky. Attraction makes people behave paradoxically. They hide because they care too much. And so she hides behind jokes, behind indifference, behind strength. But the truth always leaks through. If you're in a group, notice how her attention subtly gravitates toward you. Even when she's talking to others, she's aware of where you are, what you're doing, how you're reacting. She might laugh louder when you're nearby, or glance your way to see if you're looking at her. It's her subconscious trying to connect even in crowded spaces. Attraction creates awareness, and awareness creates small, unintentional habits that are impossible to fake. She might stand closer to you than necessary or position herself where you can easily notice her. Every movement, every choice becomes part of that silent dance of attention and avoidance. And when she finally starts to trust you, you'll notice her walls begin to fall. Her tone will soften. Her laughter will sound different, more genuine, more free. She'll stop worrying about how she looks or whether she's saying the right thing. That's when her true self begins to emerge, and you'll realize how long she's been hiding her affection behind caution. Because attraction is not always about grand gestures, it's about comfort. When she feels safe enough to be authentic around you, that's when her heart is already halfway revealed. You might not realize it right away, but even the way she says your name changes. There's a warmth in her voice, a certain melody that doesn't exist when she speaks to anyone else. She'll say your name in a way that feels personal, familiar, almost like she's savoring it. That's one of the most beautiful, yet understated, signs of secret attraction. Words carry energy, and when someone likes you, even your name feels different in their mouth. It becomes softer, slower, and more intimate without her even realizing it. If she ever gives you small gifts, thoughtful messages, or random acts of kindness, pay attention. It's not about the size of the gesture, it's about the intention. Maybe she brings you coffee when you didn't ask, shares something that reminded her of you, or helps you with something without expecting anything in return. Those actions are not random. They're the language of affection spoken by someone who's not ready to say it out loud yet. Every gesture carries a silent message: I care, even if I can't say it yet. Sometimes she'll confide in her friends about you, and though you may not hear it directly, you'll sense it. Her friends might tease her when you're around, exchange knowing smiles, or suddenly